Dans Shararea.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome. Uh, sorry, my cat decided that she, didn't want anything to do with me at all this morning. I hit record and now she's screaming out the door. So hopefully, hopefully you can't hear it. But if you do, if you do, I apologize. She's been acting a little nutty lately. Well, hello and welcome. We're recording this on June 7th, 2024, 9:17 a.m. here in Northern California. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Day of Venus. I hope you do something beautiful and luxurious and fun today. We are actually going to be talking about what are we talking about today? We're talking about, and I got it right. I got it right. The Four of Cups, the Four of Cups reverse. That is what we are talking about today. I hope I got it right anyways. So the Four of Cups reversed. And if you just look at the image, it's very interesting because upright, when we're looking at the Four of Cups, it's like, oh, here's this hand. It's kind of weird that has a cloud around it. It's providing this cups associated with water, the water element, water, spirituality, relationships, fluidity, the heart, all of that. It contains, right? It contains stuff, all the stuff. And so like I like the cups as a container, because if we think about it, if it's our heart takes in like information, like we feel things to a very intense degree. And so everything that we consume, whether it's like the words that we say to ourselves, the words that people say to us, the media that we consume, all of it, our heart takes it in. So I like that sort of connection with the cup suit. And so you can see the individuals kind of like has their body language is a little closed off. Maybe they're cold, they're outside, right? But it looks sunny enough, so it doesn't look like there's a breeze. But so they kind of have their arms folded, and they're just kind of like, I'm not really into seeing whatever's in front of me. Like there's a floating freaking hand, but I'm not going to look at it. But in reverse, it's like I actually can't deny what I'm looking at. In reverse, the hand is on the right side, which is the future I associate with, and coming towards the left, so it's like the future, like this gift, this awareness of the future to the present moment, to the past, right? Like hello. And you can't deny it now, because if a floating hand is reversed, and the cup is like being in reverse, all of that contents is going to be all of those contents, oh my god, malfunctioning over here, would be like pouring out. And so it's like that, all of that noise, you could see it, the things being poured out, so you just can't deny it, right? And so the Four of Cups reversed suggests a moment of sudden clarity, because like, oh, here's a hand reversed and it's pouring shit out. So it's a moment of sudden clarity and awareness about missed opportunities or unacknowledged blessings. It's a call to step out of self-imposed isolation and reconsider what we have previously dismissed or overlooked. This awakening can lead to a renewed sense of happiness and fulfillment. So if you think about it, we might, again, we're all going through something different. maybe we're maybe we're mourning, maybe we're going through something, and we're hurting. We're hurting, and we're kind of going through the motions. Maybe we're a little somber. Maybe we're going through whatever we're going through, and we're just like not into participating in life. Like we just feel it. And the Four of Cups reverse, I find when it comes up like this, it's like this sort of nudge, like, hey, you're not alone. And hey, there's so much beauty that is being given to us. There's so much beauty and opportunity that is being passed to you. Like there's a hand reaching out from the cosmos and like, hey, here you go. And so it's a sort of like we're snapping out of it. Like we're pulling our head out of our asses and we're like, oh wow, whew, I can do this. Like there's something here. And so I feel like there's that sort of shock, that initial shock, like, oh yeah, I didn't realize how deep like I was going within myself and how like my mind was traveling and where I was headed. But it's that sort of initial like awareness, like, oh yeah, I'm here, right? um this is, sudden awareness and choice, the choice that we have. uh what are some practical ways we can sort of navigate this card? Well, we can practice mindfulness, regularly practice mindfulness or meditation to enhance your awareness of the present moment. This can help you become more aware of opportunities and blessings that you might be ignoring due to a preoccupied mind. And I think that because we can see in the card, like there's a little bit of not paying attention vibe, not wanting to see. So if we recognize like we're going through it and we recognize like when this card pops up, oh, let's practice mindfulness. Let me put myself in a position where I can meditate or practice mindfulness where I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of my body. I'm aware of what I am thinking. I'm aware of how things are affecting me, and I'm rooted in this present moment. And that actually can help us so much pull out of feeling somber at that time, or pull out of feeling that sort of intensity, so that we have a little bit of time to sort of recoup and to bring healing to our space. um Daily gratitude, start or end your day by writing down three things you're grateful for. This habit can shift your focus from what you lack to appreciating what you have, helping you notice overlooked blessings. Because again, it's like, oh, I'm not seeing something quite clearly, or I have overlooked something. But now that we're in reverse, I'm recognizing like, oh, let me focus on my blessings, let me focus on what I am grateful for, so that I be mindful of these things that are showing up in my life and appreciate them, and allow that energy to sort of like uplift and inspire. It really does help in that sense. Um, seek new perspectives. Seek new perspectives. Occasionally change your routine or environment to spark new perspectives. Visit new places, uh, try new activities, or simply alter your daily route to open up to new experiences and opportunities. So I feel like with the Four of Cups reversed, um maybe we've gone through the motions so much that we're stagnant, we feel stagnant, and now it's like this time to switch things up a bit. It's like, okay, I'm waking up and I'm recognizing I've just been going through the motions. I'm recognizing I've been doing the same thing over and over and over, and it's not helping me. And so I realize, like, in order for me to create a distinct sort of shift in my energy in my life, I do have to shift how I do things, how I approach life, how I view things. I do need to make little alteration, so I can gain maybe new insight on what I'm going through, or who I am, or who I'm shaping to be, right? So the second talking point for today is choosing. We do have choices, like choosing happiness and acceptance. Happiness. I don't know. I don't have like all the data behind it, but I was listening to something the other day that expressed something interesting that just got me thinking. How we are not hardwired to be happy, because happiness back, happiness, complacency, enjoyment kind of got you dead, right? And so like that kind of made sense to me. It's like, so happiness is a choice. Happiness is something that we have to work at, that we have to figure out, and we have to choose. And it's not something that is 24/7. It's not something that we're always going to be, but it is something that we can choose. It is something that we have the ability to figure out. So, this card in its reverse position prompts us to actively choose happiness by embracing the gifts and possibilities that life presents. Instead of dwelling on what isn't working, the Four of Cups reverse challenges us to accept what is and find joy in the simple things that are often taken for granted. So, what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? I really do I find comfort, I guess you can say, in understanding that when this card shows itself in reverse, um, it is important that we remind ourselves that happiness is something we can choose, and that when we look for the joy and just the things in our life that we find joy in, that maybe we take for granted, the ability to just wake up and move about the way you desire. That's nice, right? Um, it's finding that happiness, finding that joy, embracing, the things that we love, that we might take for granted. And so some of the things we can do to work with that aspect of the card: affirmations, positive uplifting affirmations. Use positive affirmations related to acceptance and joy, repeating statements like I embrace joy in my life, or I accept and appreciate what I have, can reprogram your thoughts towards happiness. And so I feel like when this card comes up, it's like that wake up call where, like, yeah, you know what, I can be happy, I can choose happiness, and I can work towards that. And so while I honor where I'm at, I recognize like I don't have to stay here forever. And I recognize like this is not going to be my forever home or my forever like natural vibe. But I also recognize like it's up to me to usher in that happiness, that joy, that upliftment. And one of the ways I can do that is by affirming. We understand as magical people that our words have power. Our words have so much power. And I feel like we understand that more with when things are negative, when people say negative things, how they it really hurts us. But we can take that, and if we understand if that's how powerful a negative uh, affirmation intention set directed at us can feel, then we recognize it's the same for the other. The positive reinforcement, uplifting affirmation, words of power can do just the same, if not more. And so let's start tapping into that. Let's start creating our own, affirmations of power, of enjoyment, and working them for ourselves. Engage in joyful activities. Make it a point to engage in activities that bring you joy, whether it's a hobby, spending time with loved ones, or enjoying nature. Actively choosing activities that uplift your mood can help reinforce the habit of seeking happiness. And you can also see how a lot of this is like move it about, because again the Four of Cups reverse is kind of like antsy a little bit. They were complacent, they were stuck, and now in reverse it's like, oh, I'm recognizing like it's this sort of initial shock where, oh, I'm going to do something about this. I may have to do something about this. And so a lot of these things are associated with like get up into your body and start to move about and start to work things into your life. And so do things, surround yourself with things that do bring you joy. If you can't, excuse me, if you can't do that all the time, it's fine, but make it a point to do some things ever so often within your capabilities that are going to be joyful activities. Reflect on past joys, reflect on past situations where simple joys brought immense happiness. Revisiting these memories can help you recognize similar opportunities in your current life and encourage you to reconnect with those simple pleasures. Um, Yes, I like this. It's like a nostalgic type of energy too. Like if we go back through our past, like, oh yeah, I had really fun here, or you're with. I think we feel that a lot when we get with older friends that we haven't seen in a long time, and we just reminisce. Um, we have this sort of like light-hearted energy that sort of takes over for a minute, and it disrupts maybe the heaviness that we're going through in life, and it allows us to sort of enjoy the time. And as we're enjoying, we're not focused on all that heavy stuff. We're allowing that heavy stuff to sort of dissipate for a minute, and it helps us to heal. It helps us to recognize, like, you know what, we can enjoy things and still have to navigate life, right? We can have that fun, and we can do the things that necessary, um and still right. And so our last talking point of the day, for the Four of Cups reversed, is realignment and reconnection. The reversal of this card indicates a need for realignment with our desires and goals. It encourages us to reconnect with our passions and engage more fully with others. If you think about it, like, again, upright, not aware, kind of ignorant, just too much going on, too much emotion, where we're like maybe overstimulated, maybe we're just like frozen, like in shock. But reverse, it's like, we're thawing, things are lightening up, things are coming out, we're able to like be aware and move around a bit. And so it does encourage us to reconnect with our passions and engage more fully with the people around us, the people that matter, our relationships, connect and reach out and engage, mingle, right? So, this process involves breaking away from past disappointments and moving forward with an open heart and mind. I really appreciate that about this card. It is time to sort of um, recognize that our heart is important. Our goals, our desires, our passions, what we love is so important. And we can get caught up on things that didn't go right, but that doesn't mean, but we shouldn't live there. Let's not get so caught up in that we neglect what is going right and what is actually for us. And so I feel like sometimes when things don't go to plan, things don't go right, it's like, okay, I can train myself to see this door closing is a blessing in disguise. It sucks, it stings, I hurt because of it, but I also am not going to be remain frozen because of it. I'm going to take time to mourn or allow this to process, and then I'm going to recognize, like, I can use this to my advantage. I can start focusing more on opportunities that are for me. I can start reconnecting with what I love, what I enjoy, and start doing something about that moving forward, right? Um, and so goal review and adjustment. Take time to review your personal goals and aspirations. Assist, oh my god. Assess. I was reading if when I was trying to say assess. Assess if they still align with your current desires and make adjustments as necessary. This helps ensure that you are actively working towards what truly matters to you. So it's important. Like, we've talked about this before, but it is so important to, reassess, or assess your goals and your desires and who you are, ever so often, because sometimes things change. Sometimes you realize, like, this is no longer what I want, or this is not really the way that I'm going about this is not really feeling right, and so let me do something different. So that's something that we can utilize to navigate this card's vibe. Strengthen social connections. Actively reach out to friends, family, or colleagues to strengthen your social connections. Engaging more deeply with others can help overcome feelings of isolation and bring new energy and ideas into your life. Um, because upright, the Four of Cups is like, I'm alone. I feel alone. I feel in my feels because I don't have much connection. I'm feeling sorry for myself. But reverse, it's like, okay, I'm recognizing that that's not necessarily the case. I can be a little more proactive. I can reach out. I can try to strengthen some social connection here. Let me focus on bringing that in. Let me whatever that means, however that looks for each and every one of us. It's time to really reach out maybe and strengthen certain social connections. Participate in community activities. Join a club, group, or community activity that aligns with your interests. This involvement can help you feel connected to a larger purpose and community, fostering both personal growth and social interaction. So I do find that there's this interactiveness with the four of cups reverse, where it's so important for us to like share in that vibe, share in that energy. So yeah, it's a lot. The we didn't even talk about like the four of cups is associated with the third decan of cancer, which is moon in cancer. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of like what do I need to feel like nurtured, or what do I need, what does my life need right now to feel satisfied and nourished? What How can I enrich my life right now? Like, what do I need? What are the steps I need to take to enrich my life, to bring my life back to something that just feels good? How can I work with my emotions to how can I work with my emotions to feel better about what I'm going through, and to reach out so that I'm not alone doing so, right? So yeah, that's a little bit about the four of cups reversed. Sudden awareness, acceptance. We might be withdrawing, but that's important to recognize why we do that and not to isolate ourselves for too long. Take care of ourselves, take care of our heart, take care of our emotions, our relationships, show up. So yeah, that's what's going on with the four of cups today. I thank you all so much. Thank you so much for letting me share this with you again. As always, comment, let me know if you enjoy these videos. I enjoy doing them, but yeah, let me know if you like these. I tried to do so in a different way, like it so it can spark conversation within ourselves, instead of like, this is what this card means, this is what that card means. I think it's important. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I think it's important for me in my journey to show different ways that the tarot can be utilized and talked about. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I will talk to you all Monday. For patrons, I will see you Sunday as we do our daily, weekly divination sessions on Sunday. If you want to join me on Patreon, patreon.com/House of Blackthorn. I offer so much. Even join as a free member, and you still get a lot. You still get up to date stuff, and that's fun. But yeah, if you ever have any questions, thoughts, concerns, always feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help where I can and here to be of service when I'm able. Thank you again, and I will talk to you all Monday or Sunday. Okay, bye.